Happy Saturday. So today I am going to talk about HOA fees, what they are, what you should know about them. Well, not only HOA fees, but HOAs in general. So if you are in the process of looking for a home, and you come across homes that have HOAs and you see the fees and all of that, I just want to talk about what HOAs are, things that you should know, and if they're even necessary. Not that that matters, but are HOAs even necessary? Okay, so what is an HOA? An HOA is an organization that creates rules and enforces the rules that are created, and that's for properties within the community. Okay, so when it comes to HOA fees, the homeowners in the communities, they're required to pay a monthly fee. Sometimes the you sometimes you can pay it quarterly or annually. Um, but basically, most of the time for HOAs, you do have to pay a fee. Okay, and these fees can go toward landscaping and just the general upkeep of the community. And sometimes they will also have something called special assessments, and for these special assessments, that money goes to toward any major upgrades that's needed within the community, and also towards amenities and things like that. Okay, so who runs HOAs? So HOAs are ran by the people within the neighborhood. They're ran by volunteers. There are certain positions that are actually voted on. So yeah, once you get into a neighborhood, you can volunteer to run the HOA. You can run to have a higher position within the HOA. Okay, so let's see. I'm just reading questions that I get a lot of, when it comes to HOAs. So another question that I get a lot is, what rules can HOAs enforce? So first and foremost, HOAs cannot enforce any rule that is illegal. So anything that goes against the law, either locally, federally, or nationally, they can't enforce that. Okay, but the rules that they can enforce are things like exterior home upgrades, landscaping, projects within your own home, um, noise, pets, parking, things like that. And let me see. Oh, okay. So a big question that I get a lot is, can HOAs take my home? Yes, they do have the ability to take your home. If you do not pay your HOA fees or your assessment fees, HOAs can put a lien on your house. So then that's when it kind of follows the process. Once a lien is put on your house, if you still decide or continue not to pay your HOA fees or assessment, then they can actually foreclose your home and take your home. So it is very important that when you are in the process of buying a home, and you do come across communities that have HOA, look at the monthly or whatever the fee is for where you are thinking about moving, the community you're thinking about moving in, and making sure that you can afford it on top of your mortgage loan, because they can take your home if you don't pay it. Okay, so what are the benefits of joining or buying a house in a community that has HOA? I would say the amenities are one benefit. The extra security measures is another. And you also get maintenance support. So you do have a few benefits there. The cons that I would say that I get or I hear a lot is the cost of either the HOA fees or when special assessments come around, the cost of special assessments. And yeah, I mean, that's really it. Those are the, what is that? One, two, three, four, five-ish questions that I usually get in regards to HOAs, what they are, the benefits of them, what they can and cannot do, and who runs them. So yeah, if you have any questions, you can put it down in the comments. And let me see. Let me know what you want to hear about next, what you want me to talk about next. So my last video was about people who are struggling to pay their mortgage and what their options are. So if there's something in particular that you want to know in regards of real estate, drop it in the comments and I'll work on talking about that next. I want to know what you guys want to learn about or hear about. So yeah, on Monday actually I'm thinking about, on Mondays I'm thinking about doing like a marketing trend Mondays. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, let me know what you think about HOAs and their fees and their amenities, their benefits. Do you feel like HOAs are necessary? Do you find them annoying? I know some people love living in communities with HOAs because of the amenities and because of you know, the things that they have to offer, and because of like the uniform feel of the neighborhood that they get. That's one thing that I can say that I personally like about HOAs, is that they keep everything uniform. But the downside of it are the fees and the assessments. Like HOA fees can get pretty costly depending on the area. So that on top of your mortgage payments, if you took out a loan, it can put you pretty high up there in like monthly costs for your house. So yeah, that's like one of the main cons that I hear about often in terms of HOAs is the cost. But yeah, I want to know what you guys think. Did you know, first of all, did you know, because before I got into real estate, I didn't know that HOAs can take your home. So did you know that HOAs could put a lien on your house and foreclose your house if you do not pay your fees? I didn't know that. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow in my next video. Bye.